Hey, this is Obelisk speaking, doing a One Piece chapter review. Chapter 1023, Spitting Image. Spitting Image? Oh, okay, whatever. Reader requests Vivi singing with Sparrow while Croco looks with jealousy. Oh, it's been a while since he's drawn Vivi, I guess. So we get right where we left off. Zoro and Sanji just standing. Chopper is concerned about the side effects later, which should indefinitely knock out Zoro. And we see King and Queen just looking at the air, looking at the sky. They seem to be not very phased. Someone's about to shoot Zoro, but Kamatsu stops it. And Hugoro is saying, like, don't interfere with this duel. They got a serious face on, so you don't want to get in the crossfire. And it's true, they'll just be a hindrance. Yeah, see the look on their faces, don't. And then we get Marco with more lower, and he starts reminiscing of something here. What do you mean? Atop the red line is Marijoa. I'm talking about long before that. From what I hear there used to be a land of gods up there. So apparently Roger is talking to, Whitebeard's talking to Marco and is telling him before Marijoa there used to be a land of gods, like legit gods, not like legitimately gods up there. So that means Marijoa wasn't always there, which is strange. Well, then again, there's a lot of theories about this, but Marco's completely dozing off. And he starts out Izo about if he believes in gods. And Izo states you sound like Pops when he's drunk. So I guess this is what he talked about when he was drunk. So now I'm curious if to see if those descendants that used to be gods, are they... Because Marijoa was built on top of the land of gods. And the D's are the natural enemies of the gods. But I have a feeling that the D's are the original gods. Or they could be the original gods. And that's why they hate him so much. Because they can dethrone him, I guess. But then, they're not that godly. And we see something very interesting here. Queen and King stand up. And Queen starts saying, like, that didn't even hurt. Like, didn't even feel that. They didn't... the surprise attack that they got hit, they didn't even feel it. They were unfazed. And he's saying they're called a calamity for a reason. Like, their durability is why they're so feared. And this is true. On top of that, mostly it's because of the song. And on top of it, Queen is extra special because he's a cyborg. And something happens here. They start dodging lasers. So Zoro is FTL now and Sanji is FTL now. So they're dodging lasers. And something's happening to Sanji. He says, I don't know, ever since the second time I put the raid suit, my body's felt a little off. And he's saying, you better not drag me down. So something's happening to Sanji about he's complaining about something's happening with his body ever since he put the raid suit on. And I wonder if this has to do with, and it says the second, when was the second time? When he was peeping on Nami and Robin, which was totally worth it. And that was the second time, yeah. Because the third time was when he clashed with King. And this could be his Germa cells activating. Because if I recall correctly, Sanji's mother took some medicine to suppress the cells so no mutation would happen on Sanji. But it appears they just went dormant. Maybe they're gonna wake. This is probably another power up for Sanji. Oh, so he didn't feel bad. He just feels weird. So there's probably his germa cells awakening. Oh, and Zoro, this is pretty funny. Zoro's like confused, like, what do you feel weird? Your eyebrows? And no, you're my body, you idiot. And I guess Zoro protecting Sanji right here. I don't know why people fight all bickering, all this, who's the strongest. They're both lads. They'll both probably give each other's life for each other. Something like that. So Zoro blocks King coming in with the slash. And a name attack from Queen. Debril Geber, or whatever it's saying, and appears armament hockey with flames. And Sanji says, "Oh, now we're even." Ha ha, hey Judge Son. So he's complaining that Judge Son is a cyborg. He's a certified madman. It's burnt. It's a machine part. So he's saying that that burning leg is a machine start. Oh, all this very okay. This is part of what theory crafting is happening right now. Sorry, I'm all human. Sanji says he's all human. Does a human burn like that? I know you're not, ain't a lunar. So apparently there is a human race that can generate fire, and it's called Lunarian. And Queen is calling him out. You're not a Lunarian. And then King just looks at him. So I guess King is also kind of curious because he is probably a Lunarian. I do. The heat of my passion, temperature, a flame. So the heat of his passion. So this is an explanation that Oda gave a long time to, I guess, to a writer, to someone that wrote to him. So this Lunarian is going to be important. So now we're getting a hint of what race King is. He's a Lunarian, which means moon. I have a feeling this is all tied to the moons and Enel with the runes he found and the Shandians. That's probably what it is. And let me show you what the power of a cyborg even Vegapunk can't create, kid. So these are mad serious claims here. And he's blocking with armor and hockey in the hands. So he's stating that his cyborg modifications are something even Vegapunk can't match. Those are pretty big claims here by Queen. And then we skip to the fight where Zoro's fighting King. Hey, mommy. So he's calling him mummy because the way he's dressed. Don't get distracted. And King's sword turns to some sort of zaw, like a sword. And oh shit, Zoro loses his sword and gets. Oh no, he blocks with his sword. I thought he got fisted in the face. That's pretty well. I see a killer machine. Do you need school or style in order to fight? And King is complaining, do you need a school or style in order to fight? No, you don't. Nope, good point. And you never called yourself a swordsman. So King is not a swordsman. So do as you like. Who knows? By the end of this, I might be tearing your throat out with my teeth. Anything to ensure that I win this fight. Oh, so Zoro is determined to win this fight no matter the cost. King just staring down at him. Now we get to Hugoro and they're talking about, and this is where the theory crafting comes into play. They're pretty much stating that he resembles someone, and apparently this someone is a descendant of Ryuma, the god of the blade. So apparently this hints that Zoro is pretty much a descendant of Ryuma. And also state that he also was a one-eyed swordsman. And apparently, what's his name? Shimotsu Usumari. It could be possible that they're hinting that Shimotsuki Usumari is a three-sword style user. That's what they're hinting on here, which is pretty huge if you ask me. That means if Zoro is truly a descendant of Ryuma, he has to keep Enma. No, I mean he has to keep the, I forgot his name, but Ryuma's sword. He has to keep it no matter what, because it was it was in a way passed down to him. Well, so I wanna, yep. And Zoro doing like a curve kick right here, blocking with his sword. I mean King. So we move on to, oh my god, Jack. What the hell? What is up with this hybrid form? Huh. It appears, let me see. So we get Jack and Iroshiki. Is this Jack's hybrid form? It's not stated. But he does his arms out. But it looks like some sort of minotaur thing. Because he has his tusks and he has 4 legs. And his tusks is all getting lazy. And they're fighting. Iroshiki does a throw. Yeah, he has his 4 legs. This is one of the worst hybrid forms I've seen. To the point that the limbs got. And apparently they get thrown off. And there's a full moon. A moon's coming through the circle. Iroshiki turns it, he transforms. And now the dawn will come to the world. Yep. So their fight is continuing. And then we see Perospero. And we actually see Wanda and Carrot. And they appear to be partially recovered. And if I was Purple, I would be shitting bricks right now. Because it's Nekomamushi, and Nekomamushi is looking fierce here. With his Sulong form activated. And he's pretty much stating he's going to kill Perospero. Is it going to happen? Debatable. Very debatable. And then we go to Fukurokuju and Raizo. And it appears Fukurokuju is copying Sasaki, because his ears now turned into helicopters and he's levitating. He is floating. How is this possible? I do not know. But I'm really not interested in the fight. And then we get to the something that was expected. And now they're saying, oh, it's Kaido. They're all, oh, we can't fight him. And it turns out it's Momonosuke. And he's in dragon form. Giant dragon form. And this, I don't know why I hide this. Pretty much Shinobu's crying because he states, oh, Lord Momonosuke looks just like, and it's probably Odin. And this is interesting here. The way Luffy now stated it. Indeed. Is that you, Momo? Indeed. Come on, Momo. Let's go take back Wano. And Momo says, right. So, I'm really conflicted here. Momo's mindset should still be that of a child. Shinobu stated this. So how is this fear of heights over for him just growing? This, again, this arc is gonna be, it's gonna be contrived in so much plot holes that it's gonna be ridiculous. Otama, we got Luffy suddenly mastering King's Haki attacks in a brief second, and it took him like a whole week to master Ryo. That's already a plot hole. Otama plot hole. Big Mom is a huge plot hole. Even Yamato is like a plot hole too, because all of a sudden all these allies are conveniently there to help him. It's supposed to be all territory. The only people that should be aiding him are the samurai. But the problem is the samurai suck. There's not a single good samurai in Wano Country. And the only one that probably was good is Ryuma, and he's long gone. And we go back to this Ryuma thing, they're saying. The God of Blade. So, what does this title mean, the God of Blade? Did Ryuma travel out of Wano? That's my concern. How did he acquire this title, the God of Blade? Because where does Mihawk fit in this title? I'm really curious about that. Other than that, this chapter is pretty good. It doesn't give like solid fights, just like small scuffles, but it does progress it. There's probably a power up coming for Sanji, and there's also probably a power up coming for Zoro, because apparently now he's related to Ryuma. So that might be interesting. A small scuffle between the worst hybrid form, Jack and Iroshiki. The possible Nekomamushi trying to kill Perospero, possible. The least interesting fight, Fukurokuju and Raizo. And he is stating, Fukurokuju is stating that Momonosuke is a child and he can't lead Wano. I wonder if his opinion gonna change now that he's a full grown man. Why are you fighting Fukurokuju? Just quit. And these guys, Law's crew's been pretty much in the background doing not much. So this is a good chapter. I really don't like the Momonosuke stuff. And on top of it, he's gonna look like Odin. Oh my god. Is that how we're gonna beat Kaido? Through trauma? We're gonna traumatize him so much he's gonna die? Like, we'll see where this goes. I think it's a good chapter. And the art style, as for the art style, it's pretty good. Oda's always on point with his art style. Sometimes it gets really goofy. But now he's really, like, Jack, High Reform. Like, I don't think he was really inspired here. King's hybrid form is yet to be revealed, so I'm interested in what that looks like. So this is a good chapter. Thanks for watching, and peace out.